Hey, welcome to the Loving God and Loving Life Devotional. We're jumping into Matthew 13 today. Here in 13, Jesus explains why he teaches with parables, and then he goes and gives some parables. So we start in verse 10. His disciples came and asked him, "Why do you use parables when you talk to the people?" He replied, "You are permitted to understand the secrets of the kingdom of heaven, but others are not. To those who listen to my teaching, more understanding will be given, and they will have an abundance of knowledge. But to those who are not listening, even what little understanding they have will be taken away from them." And here we're in one of the main reasons why you want to go through the Bible chapter by chapter, because you come across such truths like this that are probably never going to be a Sunday morning message. But here is an amazing truth. We all like to believe that God is always doing everything he can to reveal all of his truth to everybody. And that's not true at all. The truth is God knows our hearts. And when our hearts are not open to him, he's not going to reveal more than we are willing to open. And beyond that, if we shut that door, and gang, this is the danger for all of us. We've all done this. When we were kids, we remember doing this. You remember when you were a kid, if you could pretend you didn't hear your mother when she asked you to do something. If she didn't know that you heard, well, then you potentially could get out of doing that thing. Well, that very same trait we learned as a child, we only master it as an adult, and we keep it, and we have this ability to either ignore or just kind of pretend that we don't understand somehow or another. Just ignore some of God's truth. We've all done it, and according to Jesus, that is massively dangerous, because it's not like you just get to a spot in your spiritual growth and you stop. Jesus is talking about those who fall away. And here's how it happens. He says they get to a spot, and instead of just stopping and staying at that spot, we'd like to think, okay, I grow this far, and then I'm just going to stop. That's not how it happens. You're either moving forward or you're falling back. You're falling away. And that's what Jesus meant when he said, to those who are not listening, even what little understanding they have, what understanding they gained up to this point, it's going to be taken away from them. They're going to fall away. You're going to lose it entirely. And that is a danger for all of us. We all need to open our hearts. I hope that you're reading these chapters after I'm done sharing them, because none of us want to be in that spot where we have stopped growing. We've stopped stretching. And by the way, nobody says that. Nobody admits that, even to God. Nobody looks up to heaven and says, by the way, yeah, I'm done. I've grown a bit, and I'm just going to stop right here. Time out. I'm checking out. Nobody says that. Nobody would believe that of themselves. In fact, all the people that Jesus were talking to, who he was speaking to in parables that weren't growing, none of them would have said that's where they were at, but they were. And the truth is, we need to be open to God, attentive, wanting to learn. Read this chapter after we're done, and just say this: God, everything you say is for my good. I want all your truth. Hey, let's pray for one. God, send us one person today. Today, as we go our way, send us one person to share your love with. Remember this, gang. Loving God is the only way to end up with a life that you love.